about me. Said I'd be dead in jail by now.
Trapaholics.
It's okay though. It's alright. Cause I got me. Come on.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
It was all a dream. I used to write raps in my notebook. A baby G trying to walk like Easy E. Tupac was the shit to me. In my front room trying to sing Joe the C. My cousin Trill thought he was Ice-T. Dennis came out, I thought I was Kane D. That's when the nigga game came to me. Lost daddy and it really made a man of me. Tried school but I dropped out. Cause my mama need help. Fuck that, so I'm out. Teenager with a baby. And I had to. Stand with my grams at 11:32. Walk the street where most niggas don't make it. In and out of jail, man, niggas can't shake. So many people did me wrong. That's why I had to write this shit. They said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. I'm from a hood where they don't make it. They said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. I'm on fire.
You can't find this on the internet.
One shot for the hot boys. Them niggas made me wanna get a nap boy. Never thought I had cars like I got cars. Never thought I had bras like I got bras. Same girls wouldn't holler at a broke nigga. On my dick like flies on shit, so I treat her like a whole nigga. Lost some niggas in the struggle. The night I lost my brother. Gotta get paid what I told my mother. Toss your Rolex cause your son a young hustler.
Trapaholics.
Across the street, say we got rich, I'm selling that D. Say the hood good if it's good then. When you get big money, not a hood wanna do you in. Yeah, they say I be in the pen, but that's a lie. Fuck my name up time after time, Brucey D. They said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. Come from a hood where they don't make it. They said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. I'm on fire and I'm paper chasing. From a hood where they don't make it. Everything they shoot ain't got no safety.
Trapaholics.
Ain't got no patience. So they do time for a stupid ass crime.
Oh, yeah.
Nigga shine late. Years pass by and I got
Oh,
that
conservative.
bitch. Said I wouldn't make it. They laughed at a nigga. Now I'm on TV, a old badass nigga. Came from a jack off the track where it's thug. Now I got a house 3 stirred like a club. People still talking about me, but it's all brave. And so many people love me. Somebody gotta hate. I guess I'm me. I went from running from the jump out ball to being followed around town by the binocular ball. Remember when I used to sit in front of the game room? Cal Rich was the shit.
Trapaholics.
Said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. Come from a hood where they don't make it. They said I never make it to the top. Cause I come from the bottom. I'm on fire and I'm paper chasing.
Later.
Hey,
That kind of sound like it was more loud than it was the first time.
what it do?
What's going on
what
with
it,
you?
What it do? Hey, how are
Talk to
how are
me.
you? How are
Man, I'm
how
here.
are you? Hey,
No, ain't no history. Ain't no mystery in my
ain't no mystery in my history. No,
Yeah,
for real.
damn. What's up, everybody? Can we get a round of applause, please, to y'all? Greatly appreciated. Might need to start shooting for 7:30.
Nah, for real.
What's up?
Shout out to everybody. Shout out
Everyone's.
to God
I know that's right.
for all of the good things, all of the great things that we have.
Cause we woke up on top of the ground and
Oh.
not the ground on top of us.
Nah, for real.
It wasn't promised. It was not guaranteed.
It wasn't. But we got it anyway.
For that, we're grateful. Even past the Thanksgiving holidays, we are thankful.
Forever
we do
showing
have.
gratitude.
You know what I'm saying? Talk about that.
Yes, sir.
Did you get much rest last night?
I did. I think I went to sleep early last night. I
What time
ain't
you
gonna lie.
went to sleep?
Well, see, nowadays I just have to look at my last text message and stuff.
Really?
Yeah.
Cause you just are you one of those? It can be 9 o'clock, but at 9:00.
Yes. Yes. After that
Damn.
last text, I was out of there. So I think, I probably sent out, because I received a message at like 8, 9 o'clock, and I do not remember looking at it. So I went to sleep early.
Damn,
Yeah.
I heard that.
But
And
the
you-
night before, I didn't get much rest.
is that right?
Yes. But this morning, I got up early.
Do you think that you can? Do you think that? Cause okay, I used to think that, and I think everybody thought this. That like, if you lost some sleep, like if you slept more when you did get some sleep, it'll make up. But I seen a scientist or somebody that was talking about this shit. It was like, you can't never make it back up. So, do you think that's like a mind thing that you're not really making it up, but
Well,
because
I don't think you necessarily make it up, but it do make you get a little bit more rest the next night.
yeah, but does that more rest that you get suffice for what you missed though? That's what I'm saying.
I mean,
'Cause-
it's gonna have to.
It in our mind, it could think we could, you know what I'm saying, convince ourselves that okay, I ain't get but 3 hours last night, but
I do think it helped, man. I think
because
it
of the
helped.
12.
I do for real think it helped, because it's like we need that rest. Our body need that rest, those extra hours. So when we do lack those hours, when we actually take the time to get that rest,
Yeah.
our body is like, thank you.
Yeah.
I needed you to sit down and lay down and get some rest,
Yeah.
so I can do what I need to do.
Yeah, most definitely. Do you think most people, or do you not think most people don't get enough rest, or how much rest do you think the average person actually needs?
I think it.
I don't think we need 8 hours.
I feel like it depends on like the healing that your body needs. I don't think it's hard for me to do a whole 8 hours unless I'm like dog tired,
Yeah.
so I and then too it has a lot. I feel like your
You think
diet.
it's a case by case basis too?
Yeah, I
though?
feel like your diet play a role. Like if you eating a whole lot of heavy foods and stuff like
Yeah,
that, you
definitely.
probably do need to rest a little bit longer to so your body can break down.
Do you think how active you is could alter that too though?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I mean, and yeah. It'll help if you more active, it do help you get more rested,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you might not need as much rest.
If you had to delete all apps but 3, what ones would you keep?
This not talking about the basics, right? Like the phone.
Apps on your phone, period.
Like not you ain't talking about like the messages and stuff like that either.
Nah.
Okay. Okay. So the apps on my phone,
Yeah.
definitely Cash App.
No. I'm thinking more not cash.
Like
That's
games
a service. You
or
know what I'm
activity.
saying? Activity, or games, but not cash. Not a money exchange.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I would say Facebook.
Keep Facebook.
Yeah, Facebook. 2 more. Let's see. Dang. What do I got on my phone? Can I go look at my phone?
Sure. You should know our top what you use most. That's
Oh,
probably what you
YouTube.
would.
YouTube for
YouTube?
sure. Yeah, YouTube. They got the this top of the line.
Even if because
I can
you
go on the
don't
internet and go.
you don't necessarily. I mean, I'm saying you don't necessarily gotta use YouTube for your phone. You know what I'm saying? You can still use YouTube without. So are you on YouTube a lot?
Yes, I am.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like when I'm in the car,
Mm.
like, you know what I'm saying? Like on the way here, I listen to affirmations and, you know,
Okay.
different stuff like that. So,
Facebook, YouTube.
and I would say CapCut.
Really?
Yes.
You make that many videos?
Yes. I'm on CapCut more than anything.
You
else.
capping and cutting.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather always say everything on your mind or never speak again?
I always say what's on my mind.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah.
How many
but-
relationships would you have as far as friends, family?
Right.
How
I
many
mean,
fights would you have, you know?
I mean, the thing is, like, my people, you know what I'm saying, who I fool with, like, we're pretty authentic, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So we don't do a lot of no holding back, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like holding it in, that right there can make you sick.
But somebody being fat as hell don't bother you. You love them. That's just the first thing that came, just an example, the first thing that came to mind. Somebody
Right.
seen you in the store, like, girl, I like what you got on. How do I look?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Right. Hey, but the truth will set you free. Like,
Really?
I would rather, like, versus me not saying anything, like, that's energy.
Yeah, you're right.
That's stuck in your body. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been in a phase where I've held back so many words.
Yeah.
And that right there is like, you know what I'm saying? Like stabbing yourself from the inside out type thing.
Yeah, I get that. That'll be a hard thing. I mean, either or would be pretty difficult.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause
But at
damn.
least you can, I mean, the thing is, though, you may be mad at somebody for telling you something that you don't really want to hear, but it's truthful.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you can't be mad at the end of the day because it's like, man, at least they honest.
See,
you
this
know
the
what I'm saying?
thing though, man, because people like to say I'm an asshole and shit, but I'm really not an asshole. I'm really a big empath for real, for real.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of dark humor too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And you know, I'll be authentic as I can, cause if I just say exactly what the first thing came to my head, then that'll be kind of you know what I'm saying? Even though I ain't even trying, I don't want to make you feel like that.
Exactly. Right.
That was the first thought though. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be hard. And I definitely couldn't just not speak. Even though I don't speak much like that for real. But just not at
Yeah.
all, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, nah. Yeah,
That'd be
as a
crazy.
Virgo, like, you know
And in the
what I'm saying?
comments, y'all answer these questions. I shouldn't have to tell you this every day, man. You know?
Are you reading the comments?
Nah, I don't ever go to them. I thought that was your job.
I mean, clearly, I'm gonna take on the job. I'm gonna take on the job. You know
I
what
mean,
I'm
when
saying?
you tell me to,
I'm
like,
gonna
I
do
go,
my
you know what I'm
greatest
saying?
at reading the comments.
feel
You
me?
know, I try to read as many comments as possible. You know, sometimes when the conversation is good and the conversation goes somewhere
Yeah.
else, you know, I go somewhere else. You know.
Yeah, okay.
So-
well, I don't know. It's kind of like a, I don't know what they would call it, but I don't want to get out focus on what I'm trying to, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to get thrown out by the comments or sometimes. You know what I mean?
Well, I got you, cousin P.
Yeah, for sure. If you had a time machine, would you go back in time or to the future?
When I go back in time or to the future. Oh my gosh. That's. Ooh. When I go back in time, let's see. Dang. I definitely would go to the future.
You gonna cheat? You gonna cheat the process?
I
Or you just wanna
I don't
go
wa-
and see
I don't wanna
glance and then go back?
I don't want to go back because I don't want to change anything about that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm in a good space right now, and I feel like everything lined up to be where it's supposed to be. And I feel like if I go back and try to, you know what I'm saying, change anything, Are we changing anything? Can we
might
do
not wanna
anything with
change
the time
anything.
machine,
You
or
might
we just
wanna
going
go
back and look?
and
Recreate
visit
memories.
yourself at a time or a difficult time and just hug yourself and let yourself know that it's for sure gonna be all right. You gonna, I don't know anything. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I don't,
Right.
cause you know how when people talk about healing and stuff like that, and your inner child and stuff
Right.
like that, it the people that you love the most or you care for the most or supposedly care for you the most, they might not really know what's going on in your head.
Right.
But that could be a possible opportunity for you to go and reassure your young inner child as far as whatever they going through. You know what I mean?
That's true. That
Yeah.
that would be cool.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
And do you? Oh, go ahead.
It would be cool, but at the end of the day, I still would
You went
do the
through it.
future because
You
I
can still kind of do that now, huh?
I mean, because it's like it happened, and it's like I can't change it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can't really. I feel like even if I would have been able to go back and tell my younger self, hey, when I was going through a situation, like, you gonna be straight, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, kind of give reassurance and stuff like that. Yeah, that would feel good, you know what I'm saying, temporarily, but at the same time, that journey that I went on, you know what I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
it all, if I, you know what I'm saying, I
It made
didn't have
everything
that,
well
so
worth it, huh?
it helped me to go so deep in my journey, you know?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
you know?
If you went to the future, do you think that it could possibly make you lazy now? Like, you went up there, you seen what's going on, and you bounce back like, oh, shit,
Nah.
I got this shit. You know what I'm saying?
No, because maybe that'll be motivation for me to, you know what I'm saying, keep
More
pushing.
confidence, huh?
Yeah, keep pushing.
Yeah.
Like, it's coming, you know what I'm saying? Keep going. Like, don't give in, don't give up. Because if I get lazy, that's me giving up and giving in.
I would think a lot of people could easily, because you like, all right, let's just say you look 10 years from now or something, you know what I'm saying? And then a person look at them and say like, ah, shit, I'm doing the damn thing, goddamn me.
Right.
And then you come back, and you like, ah, shit, I'm going to get there. That's how I'm going to get there.
I mean, it'll be like, because honestly, I ain't gonna say it would make me lazy, but it would help me to sink even deeper into, because right now I'm living like a soft life, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't even saying this because of my relationship or whatever, but that do help the situation. But I'm just saying, like, now I've learned how to manifest and stuff without having to work so hard, and you know what I'm saying, I learned how to like be able to wake up whatever time I want to wake up, and you know what I'm saying, and still be able to get everything that I need in life.
Productive and stuff.
Yeah, be productive, make sure I knock out all my goals and stuff like that. I'm still taking those steps, towards my goals, but I'm not being so hard on myself when it comes to hustle. So, I'm kind of living like a little, like my favorite host in Jamaica, he call it hardworking lazy man.
Who?
Hardworking lazy man.
Did he explain what?
Well, because him, I was admiring him because he would get up like early, bright and early in the morning, and he doing stuff around the house. He's always making something, or doing cleaning or something around, cooking or anything, whether it's work or. And then he's also around, and he's like, he may take some naps, or he may chilling, smoking a joint or whatever.
He balanced out.
Yeah, he balanced out, and it's like he don't have no specific time where he got to do this and do this, but he gets stuff done. It's still productive, but it's like he's still
It's on his own
flowing
time.
freely. Yeah. So and he call it hardworking lazy man. So I'm like, at
Hardworking
that
lazy
time I
man.
was like, I strive to be a hardworking lazy man.
woman.
Yeah. So and that's what that's what I've been on.
That sound like that's my type of time
For
right
real,
there.
because I think too, we've been stuck in this perception
Yeah,
that
the
we
simulation
need to.
that everything gotta be.
We gotta work.
like robots.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
robots. Like we
yeah.
gotta get up at this time and work from this time to this time. And if we ain't doing it, then what are we doing with our time? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if we taking a nap, you lazy. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry.
You sorry. You know what I'm saying? If I'm scrolling on social media or something, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's especially if you don't see me getting up and going to a 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
That's pretty dope. I want to be able to be a hardworking lazy man at some point.
Not for real.
You know, especially with creating content and stuff on my own time.
Yes.
I know I'll get there, though.
Yeah.
I'll get there.
You will. You will.
So we both haven't seen the stylist situation.
Right.
But because of the brief conversation we had about it,
And you talking about the stylist situation, like the
TikTok vibrator from Arkansas or whatever, and everything happened. But because of that situation, I've seen so many sidebar conversations about things that stylists should do as far as being professional and customer service wise, stuff like that, versus things that clients should know and what they should expect in their etiquette, you know. And you from that world, hell,
right.
I don't know nobody that got more, skin in the game with that. So, have you ever been a client too?
What you mean? Have I ever been?
I'm
a
saying
client?
you've done hair all your life, but have you?
Oh
ever,
yeah, I have been a client.
Yeah. So what would you say? Like need to know things for clients or stylists, pros and cons, shit like that.
I mean, well, one thing, especially as a client, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've experienced where, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had a stylist to tell me to come at 8 a.m. and I don't get my hair touched till about 10 a.m. For one, they don't pull up to about 9 a.m.
And so
then they have a line of people. And, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be in the salon from sun up to sundown. And, they would take breaks and go and take smoke breaks, run to the store, run to the mall, all type of stuff.
Run to the mall, come on now. Don't get over here and get the cap now. You said go to the mall.
And then, man, be
And
people
be like, girl, I need to go buy this dress. I need to go exchange this dress.
Hey, they have all the errands.
So is this in Texas or Arkansas?
This was in Arkansas.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then what's so crazy about it, they be the top stylists. Like, people know that people know that they gonna do their hair right, so people gonna stay there.
Put up with it.
Yeah,
they use that to their advantage, don't they?
Yeah, they'll tell 5 people to come at 8 a.m.
5 people.
And we be out there parked.
Girl, what time your
They come dragging in about 8:30, 8:45.
Mine was at 8.
Probably
it was at 8.
Probably looking like the day before yesterday.
Or all night.
Yeah.
You came straight from the club.
Boy. Looking
Dang.
like they, man. But hey, when you leave though,
You gonna be right.
you gonna be right. You better dedicate that whole day to the salon.
Dang.
The whole day. But so when I became a stylist, I said I made sure that I would never do that to my clients.
Yeah.
Now, I did have
You did it.
No, it was like a couple times. It was a couple times where like I forgot about an appointment or something like that, and I overslept or something like that. But nothing too crazy where I, did that.
Did you ever kind of meet old school stylists where they kind of mentored you a little bit as far as how because nowadays a lot of the things I'm seeing is like everything is done through apps and stuff, but they didn't have that back in the day. So is it something like that was going on, or
no. Well, with the apps,
I'm saying like okay, so
like with
you was doing it for a long time. So
yeah,
I was just asking, was there anybody that was already vets when you got into the game that had kind of maybe somewhat of a mentor that had things to show you, versus when it translated into everything's done by apps and stuff like that, like, you know what I mean? And discrepancies and stuff like that, or...
Well, I definitely like all my hairstyling life. Like I definitely always had a mentor. I always worked with like older women. Like I started off working with my auntie. She was my mentor for a long time, and then she taught me a lot when it came to structure and stuff like that, and appointments and stuff like that. Like she was really on point with that. And then I had another mentor when I moved to Dallas.
So what she use? A planner, or did she wrote everything down? Or?
Yeah, my auntie, yeah, she wrote it down. So at that time, everybody was writing stuff down and stuff like that. But, it especially like.
So if you was a new client, is there a speech that you had to give them? Because if they don't have a site, then they wouldn't know what your policy is. Late, cancel,
right?
Extra fees or whatever the case may be, or approximately how long a service would take, shit like that.
Yeah. I mean, you just have to kind of, a lot of times, I feel like people kind of respect your time a little bit more. Back then, like, because, like, with a hairstylist, like, when a hairstylist tell you to be there at 8:30, no matter if they gonna be on your head at 8:30 at night, you gonna be there at 8:30. You know what I'm saying? So, it really wasn't a big issue with the clients, I don't think. Just from my perspective for a long time, but then it do come to a point, especially like, I know, especially like once the price go up and, you start valuing your time and, you have, once you get a good clientele, a lot of time they do good, but then you have one or two that'll do, and you kind of know the people that's gonna do that ain't gonna come on time and stuff like that. But then after a while, it's like, okay, now you doing no shows and stuff. It's, especially when you dealing with people that you don't know that's booking with you and stuff like that. Now you not showing up. You booking an appointment with me and you not showing up. I don't know you like that and stuff like that. So okay, now you're gonna have to start paying me a deposit. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is with the deposit, that ain't even all. Like if you booking for some braids and say I charge $50 deposit, you know what I'm saying, for a braids or whatever that take 5 hours. You know what I'm saying? $50, really, that's a low deposit.
Because what that would cost in full?
Say that would probably cost about $250 or something like that. Okay. Yeah, so say you pay me $50, but then you don't show up. You know what I'm saying? I keep that $50, but I also kind of lost because
you could have booked somebody else.
I could have booked somebody else. I could have did about 2 or 3 heads in that time and probably even made more than that or whatever, you know? And then, like, you know what I'm saying? So people don't respect your time. So, okay, now the rules and stuff got to come into play. But then it do become a lot because trying to book, me, like, I haven't had experience with stylists because I do my own hair, but, like, with nails, it's like all these rules. It's like, man, you got to study these rules. It be so many. It be like, okay, now you're running out. But, but you do have to set those rules and have that in place to, set a standard and all of that stuff. Because, like me, I had, like, policies and stuff, and it was more like a scare tactic. Like, I had, like, late fees, but I never charged a late fee, Really? Yeah, I gave, like, a courtesy, 15 minutes or whatever, because I know I'm going to be late a little bit, But I never charged a late fee. I either tell you, I cancel your appointment if you're too late, or, I'll tell you, like, okay, if you can't come within this amount of time, I'm going to have to cancel your appointment. Yeah.
Okay. So do you think it's a thin line between being more lenient with frequent customer versus a new customer and just being cutthroat because it's about your business, you don't really got no rapport with them yet? Like, do you think it's like a thin line between?
Yeah,
because you can have you could be having a slow month maybe, and you get some new customer, and you might kind of would be more lenient this day first time, but sometimes if you don't nip it in the bud early, then they could probably be like, all right, well,
yeah, because you set that tone on that first appointment. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like I said, when you have those rules and stuff, if they ain't on that right then, you know what I'm saying? Cause and I love that about the policies, you know what I'm saying? Cause the 15-minute scare tactic, they be like, "Ooh, I made sure I was here before 15." Different stuff like that. They respect your time, but if I see you lagging in and you like, oh, I didn't make it today, but can you give me tomorrow type thing.
Yeah.
No, you're not respecting my time. Like, I got people begging to
Yeah.
get on my books. Like, no, I can do without you because
Yeah.
it's people that want to be there. Like, it's a
Right.
demand with hair. If you can do hair, you got good customer service, like, it's gonna come.
Do they implement that in beauty
What,
school?
like customer service?
Yeah. Do they implement like the importance of customer service and stuff like that, or it's just strictly the hair?
No, a little bit, because you have to have that experience. You have to get on the floor, and we take customers in the hair school. So, you know what I'm saying? That's the customer service experience. You know what I'm saying? If you ain't got good customer service there, like, you know what I'm saying? That's where
I'm
it
saying,
starts.
like, while you going through school, certain situations. Okay, y'all, this is a scenario, and in this situation, this is probably how you should handle it versus.
Well, some schools probably do go over that, but a lot of them, a lot of that stuff is just by the
about the hair.
books. You know, it is a lot. But I believe, you know, it is a little customer service in there. And then, like, the school that I went to, they added a little business side to it and stuff like that. But I think it's all about what you really want to. It's more about self-driven, you know, so. But, you know, again, I ain't been to school, the hair
Yeah.
school, in about, you know,
Long time.
13, 14 years. So, you know, they may have some good schools where they all around and stuff like that. But for me, we had like passionate teachers, and they taught us like extra stuff that wasn't in the books. So, yeah.
So they was real deal, like, passionate about passing on the trade and the trade secrets and stuff. They really want
Yeah.
you
And then too, like when you in hair school, you have to be passionate about it too in order to really thrive and build a clientele, because you can build a clientele in hair school, you know, but you got to have that drive yourself.
to. Do you think the apps make it better or worse now?
Better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That I mean, just cause you don't have to like call nobody's phone constantly trying to get somebody on the phone that's doing hair. You know what I'm saying? To try to get them to write down your appointment and hope and trust that they gonna write it down,
Yeah.
for one. And then two, you know, you may think you want one appointment at midnight or something. You like, oh, I want to go ahead and book. You know, you can just go online and silently do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
yeah.
go and look. You can go and see what your price is. You know, the price
So
range,
you ain't gotta
the
do too
time
much
range.
arguing or fussing about
Going back
nothing,
and forth.
'cause it's right there.
Yeah, text message, you can't be saying, oh, do you got this open? When you could just go online and see, oh, she got this
The
open.
folks a
she got
little
that.
slow now.
People is slow. And it's like, come on now.
'Cause I ain't gonna lie, I be seeing posts be like, it's on the, and now, you know, that ain't my lane. I be watching like, yeah, it's on the app, goddamn. You know what I mean?
Right.
But they be like, oh, folks weird, man.
People don't read.
Yeah.
That's the most simplest thing. And that's when stuff get, you know, out of whack, because it's like, and then, you know, sometimes
damn
text
hair.
messages and stuff get misconstrued because you asking me all these questions through a text. Like, after a while, some stuff is like, bruh, okay, I know you seen that dead off on the site. Like, you know, in
And
the
it's like, how do
beginning, I'll respond, but after a while, it's like, come on now.
Yeah.
I'm not finna baby
I
you
ain't
through
got
this
time
whole.
to deal
You
with
ain't no.
this.
I can understand if you like over 65 or something like that. You know, then I'll probably, you know, help you. Or if you, some people is a little delayed.
So you
but
think? Do you think that make it more difficult for like your older customers?
Yeah, they don't like that, boy. They, oh, I wish I don't like that. This is it's user friendly. All you have to do is press what you want, like, but they can play what they want to play on them phones now. Don't let
Yeah.
them fool you now.
You ain't lying. And it's so crazy because I ain't lying, man. I remember in days where my mama would be like fussing about the phone. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Now that's all. And I be on that ass, boy. We chilling. I be eating. man, put your phone down. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, hand me the phone and show me how to. Nah, you know how to do it.
Right.
Just like you send me all them Facebook
Exactly.
videos, TikTok videos, and all this stuff.
Exactly.
Come on now, don't do that.
It's really because they don't want to have to try to take the steps. They just
Yeah.
like, how you do this? Now, they ain't even trying to go
If you
to
can-
look how to do
If
it.
you can correct my grammar every time you get the chance to, you can go on this app and figure it out.
Right, nah,
what I'm
for
saying?
real. Facts.
Boosie and Rod Wave.
Yeah.
They've been, beefing a little bit.
Is they beefing?
Well, I ain't gonna say beef. Beef is a term used kind of loosely these days. But they been having some discrepancies, and there been a whole bunch of, shit talking and stuff like that. I understand both. Well, let me see. What's your take on it? From what you know of it, have you been aware of what's going on? Like what actually happened?
Is it something like Boosie was basically trying to get paid for? Did he Rod Wave got a song with his whole hook or something?
I know he Rod Wave got a song where he used. I think he sampled his song or something like that.
Okay.
Boosie, he want to get compensated for it. Now I've been seeing a whole bunch of back and forths versus people just have their opinion, people that do music and stuff like that, and then people that actually know the inner workings of the business, the music business, or whatever.
Yeah.
So I've seen people say that Boosie business structure ain't buttoned up how it should be, and that's why it's a kind of back and forth thing.
Right.
I'm not sure if that's the case. And then I'm seeing, because Rod Wave got a cult following. He got these folks, especially young people, hypnotized with his depressing ass music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So they just ride regardless.
Right.
So they saying, man, forget that, cause ain't nobody trying to hear Boosie. He did it better and stuff like that. And he was paying homage and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Which is kind of iffy for me, cause if you were OG to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, how I'm paying homage if I ain't paying homage?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it.
That's business right there.
Nah,
like
for
that's
real.
straight business.
A
Especially
call, you one of the biggest artists in the world. So
Right.
it's not hard to get in contact with Boosie. You know what I'm saying? On the flip side, I don't agree with Boosie do a lot of emotional impulsive things on the
Yeah.
internet. You know what I'm
he
saying?
gonna go straight to the internet.
Yeah, and I don't necessarily agree with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But when the guy that I seen a guy, he's in the industry, in the music business, he was kind of breaking down the structure of the business, and he was basically saying that this problem is going on because Boosie, his business ain't all the way buttoned up. Otherwise, it wouldn't even have to be
No conversation.
So I think maybe there has some truth to it for Boosie to be publicly, saying what he's saying or whatever. But man, I think he went on a rant where he was talking about a whole bunch of people.
Yeah.
And then I think a lot of that got to do with he might be facing some time. He got some legal things going on. So
Okay.
you
And
know,
then he was part of a label, so that probably had something to do with it too. Like maybe
what you mean?
like
Before him and TQ stuff?
well, I'm saying whatever songs it was, he was part of a label at the time.
He wasn't independent?
He was a Trill fam. Remember, he was like in a situation where he was trying to it was
See,
something
that might
about,
be
like,
that
what he
might that
was
might
signed
be
to or
has something to
something.
do because if he never bought all his rights
Right.
to Cause that was an old song.
Yeah, right, exactly.
So maybe maybe Trip.
That could probably
Yeah.
play a role in it, you
Yeah.
know? So,
Yeah. And see, this is the thing though. I still look at that as an emotional, impulsive thing
Yeah.
because if business, that means you didn't have the rights
right. Exactly.
to that old song that he used. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You didn't have it. So, I mean, I fool Boosie. I just don't agree with his tactics sometimes publicly and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What about if you was in this situation?
If somebody took my lyrics,
If you was Boosie, or if you was Rod Wave?
I mean, if I was Boosie, like, I mean, I probably, for one, I'd be like, oh, wow, okay, well, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to feel some type of way, you know what I'm saying? But I'm definitely going to go and do what I need to do to see about that.
Would you reach out to Rod people personally?
I don't even know how that works, really, honestly, yeah. I mean, I guess that is how it works because you would reach out to them and then they would probably add you, give you a percentage.
And
or
then I
something.
seen people saying that's really the labels playing the artists against each other type shit with that. Cause they said the labels before they clear anything, the label know what's going on.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So the label might have advised whoever advised him, like shit, he don't own it.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Exactly.
But it's a bunch
Because
going
they
on.
got it. Yeah.
But me, if I was Boosie, I try to reach out to people, talk to them personally. Like, listen, man, that's the old song that I was up on the such and such. You know what I'm saying? We can just, matter of fact, we ain't got to worry about it. You do what you do. Let's do a record together up under whatever new. Cause Rod Wave 5-time platinum artist.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it might be more beneficial to do it that way. But humble yourself a little bit because if that's the case, you don't own. Now I don't know if he don't ever went and got all them rights back. I don't know, but
yeah, that would be dope if they could just get on a track together.
yeah.
Or he just get on that particular track or
But
whatever.
this internet shit, that shit is crazy, man.
Because I have seen artists do that. Like, they'll add the actual artist on there where they sample the song or whatever. And then
They
try
get
to, you know.
I ain't never seen Dolly Parton and Chris Stapleton, Garth Brooks, and all these people.
Beefing
You know,
like that.
over the business, man.
for real.
You know what I'm saying? Like we need to tighten up, huh?
Well, you know, it's just, you know, we have such wild personalities.
Yeah, we know.
It's like, you know.
Speaking of wild personality, King Harris
Yeah.
got pretty wild the other day. I don't know what day it was, but he said they know, his mom and daddy know he's stand on business. And it was a little scuffle, and now everybody wondering what's going on. Well, maybe not wondering what's going on. A lot of people I'm seeing say like they just on King top.
Yeah.
You was silver spoon. You shouldn't have.
King, like, I don't follow him or nothing like that, but he seems really extra. He seems like he be in situations that he don't even have to be in.
Yeah.
And
For some reason.
why is you on a video getting into it with your folks like that?
Yeah, and from what I seen, like he was trying to expose
Right.
whatever it is going
Trying
on.
to really prove to the world that he stand on business with his
Yeah.
parents.
Yeah.
Like, bruh, come on now.
But it's
like,
a reason why that was a thing for him.
yeah.
Yeah,
but he should have, why you gotta record it? Like, you still on live, bruh.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah. But
yeah.
I try to put myself in his shoes
yeah.
to a certain extent.
Did you feel him?
Not exactly, but I got an idea of what he's feeling. I don't think he doing it for no reason. I don't. And just like Boosie's son, I feel like I feel like King more extreme.
Definitely.
But both of them kind of look like they kind of look like they're in that same lane. But it seemed like he's trying to establish his own identity for some
Right.
reason.
Right.
You know, but to grow up with both your parents and in that situation, you would want to seem like you would need to have a separate identity. So it kind of seemed like it was some lacking in the parenting department.
Well, I just feel like it's like one of them situations, like what we was talking about, before the other day, like when you so used to this, lifestyle and stuff like that, and yeah, he wants to have his own identity and stuff, but he's not understanding how you need to do it. You feel like, oh, just because you came from the King Family Show and you T.I.'s son, that yeah, I'm that one or whatever. It ain't gonna work like that. You gotta put that work in, just like your brother is. Like your brother doing his music and finding his own lane and creating his own community and stuff, different stuff like that. That's how you hold true value versus you just being on the show and you know what I'm saying,
see,
and you thinking you finna,
them having that many kids, and I'm looking at what's Damani is his name, right?
Which one? Is that the one that's doing the music?
Yeah, his shit hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know exactly if that's his name.
Yeah,
but
I think it's Damani.
Yeah,
but,
he dope.
These people know who the hell I'm talking about. Even if I got it wrong, they know what I'm talking about. They in two different lanes, but they come from the same pedigree. So even that right there says everything ain't been the same. You know what I'm saying? And all children are individuals. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's a lack in the parenting department because it seems like nobody has took the time to cater to and nurture the needs of that particular child, because all of them not the same. All of them don't receive love the same, communicate the same. Their development isn't the same. You know what I mean? And you have to cater to their individualistic character traits and
yeah, but what if
nurture those.
Just from me just watching the show or whatever, I don't know their life or whatever, but I feel like King have always been that child that has wanted that extra attention, and it's like
that's why he should have got extra attention.
But it's like, what if they tried to give him that extra attention, but it still wasn't enough?
I don't think it was enough. I think they may have did the best they thought they was doing, but not really.
Of course, that's every parent.
Took the proper steps to actually identify what it really is he's dealing with and what he needs. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, especially old school parents, look at parenting like, shit, I ain't had this and that and the third. You got everything. Ain't no way. And they feel like just because you have these resources available to you that everything is all right, but that ain't the case.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like early on there should have been some therapy and some things. Now I'm not excusing his tactics, but they not for nothing. I don't believe that they for nothing.
Right.
I don't at all.
Oh yeah, it's definitely some history with it.
And the internet just make it worse. So
yeah,
knowing,
but it just seemed like he's easily triggered. That's what I got from
King.
Yeah.
Yeah. He really feel like he was played with. His mama was like, it was a joke. Whatever it was a joke.
Right.
But he not mad about no joke that bad. If it was a harmless joke, It's certain things that I would joke with my dad about that I wouldn't joke with my mom about. And it's things that I would joke with my mom about that I wouldn't joke with my dad about, but I'll come to you knowing who you dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, cause that just made me think about just parenting in general, because I also seen a video over the weekend. with this young girl. She was a ballerina. Did I mention that to you yet? She was like a ballerina teacher, and she was going on a rant. And she was like, "These are 5-year-olds, and they are requesting Pound Town." She was crying. She was like, "How are these kids being exposed to all this BS?"
Yeah.
They come in the ballerina class or whatever the stuff was. I think it was ballerina class. So she's, introducing them to, stuff that correlates with the ballerina stuff.
Right.
But they requesting Pound Town. They don't want to hear that shit she playing.
Oh my gosh.
And they talking about, twerking. And they want to twerk and stuff like that. And when the teacher trying to correct them, they saying, "You ain't my mama. I ain't trying to hear that." Basically. And then the parents is backing them like, she wasn't going to sit down. Why you tell her to sit down? She ain't got to listen to you. This what's going on.
Dang.
So, like, damn, this parenting world is shitty.
If you gonna do that, then don't send your kids to school.
I mean, what you send them there for? Because you want them out your hair?
Right.
You can put them in all type of extracurricular activities, and if it ain't no good, real deal nurturing and teaching and loving going on in the household, that's where it start off. Then that ain't gonna cut it. That's why kids go to school and be bad anyway. They ain't getting enough teaching at home. Parents like, turn that tablet on, shut up.
Yeah.
Long as y'all quiet, I ain't gotta deal with you. Do your thing. Don't know what they looking up on that thing. Now they mind hypnotized.
A lot of parents don't have time for the kids. Like we in the age where we in the whole pandemic right now. Like where like people got to work 2 and 3 jobs.
They made time to go to Taboo.
The parents.
Yeah. They make sure they get to the club twice.
Well, they need to unwind.
Man, they did enough unwind, and that's how they got the kids in the first place. Now it's time to unwind that bullshit and pour into your children, man. Forget all that.
Well, you do got to care for yourself too. You got to do something you want to do.
What's more important at this point is it's time to sacrifice. At this point, you lay down, feet in the air.
You still have to
Had
find
the
balance
baby.
with that. You still
Yeah, I agree with that. I'm saying it's imbalance. If the kid's going to the teacher talking about I want to play some Pound Town, there's an imbalance.
Yeah, it's definitely.
Yeah.
And that definitely indicates that you need to spend more time with your child.
Yeah, I ain't against nobody having no life outside of their day-to-day household, but you gotta sacrifice, man. You gotta sacrifice that, because the kids and the children are our future. So what do you want our future to look like? The nursing home is full of people that's dealing with people that don't love them, that's that they being treated unfairly and abusing these old people in these nursing homes. Well, how do you end up in that nursing home? Because it's going to come a time where your children are going to grow up and they're going to start to understand what's going on. There is.
Yeah,
And it's going to be too late then.
It's too late to apologize.
Shit, what the hell going to make me want to wipe somebody's ass that ain't poured nothing into me all my life? No, y'all could deal with them. just like Mama said, let the tablet deal with them. And on the weekend, trying to find somebody else to deal with them so I can go kick it. The Tyrone them. You know what I'm saying? Or whoever. I'm just saying, it's time to goddamn step it up, man. This shit is ridiculous. This shit is sad. That girl was crying tears. She was like 22 years old.
The teacher?
Yeah, she was like, how does this happen?
Man, it's
Pound
corrupt.
Town?
It's corrupt.
That is ridiculous.
Yeah, that's tough though. Pound Town, that's a tough one.
There was a quote by Jim Carrey that's been going around, and it made a lot of sense to me. I wanted your thoughts on it. Have you seen it?
By Jim Carrey.
Yeah. It says if you're not willing to downgrade your lifestyle for a year to have a lifestyle you want forever, you care too much about what other people think. What that sound
That's
like?
real. That's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's most people? Like
Definitely.
most people, like their decisions based off of what other people would think?
Yeah, definitely. That's why it's not a lot of individuality. It's not a lot of leaders.
Yeah. Nah, for real. Yeah.
You know, so yeah, it
Robots.
shows like, you know, because just from my perspective, like for me and me taking the big leap of faith to start a new life, like I had to do a lot of things that, you know.
Did you ever go back and forth in your head about what people gonna think? Was it ever thought like, even though you still like, nah, I'm finna do, but was it ever like?
Yeah, I have those thoughts. Yeah, like
Yeah.
especially like the closest people
Yeah.
to me. You know, I'm like, I know I'm gonna hear this. I know I'm gonna hear this. Like I already mentally prepared myself for that because I had to really come. I had to come to truth with myself to like to push through all of that. I had to like come to the realization like God didn't give them your vision. You know what I'm saying? So they're not gonna understand. No
Yeah.
matter it's not out of a lack of love or nothing like that. It's just they just don't
I'm glad you
understand.
said it. I'm glad you said it. Say it again.
It's not out of lack of love. It's just that they don't understand.
I think there's a lot of people that kind of maybe part ways, hold some type of grudge or animosity
Yeah.
towards people that's close to them, that the beef, for lack of words, is just because you expected them to understand.
Right.
And you couldn't compartmentalize the understanding and the love.
Yeah.
Because them not understanding don't mean they don't still love you and want to support you. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? But you can't expect the support that you would love if this person don't really understand your journey.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I feel that wholeheartedly because, you know, I feel like I've always been a black sheep in my family. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? And that understanding allows me not to feel no type of way
Right.
when it don't align. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like my choices may not align, or I might have questions or opinions, unsolicited opinions about something, you know. But you don't got my conviction. You know?
Right.
So that allows me not to take it personal.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So yeah, that's definitely that's a serious quote because that's what
Yeah.
I'm on right now. Like
Yeah.
I literally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
went to the lowest of the low.
Yeah. What do you feel like is the best piece of advice you have ever received?
The best piece of advice that I have ever received.
Ain't no rush. Take your time. We got time.
The best piece of advice that I actually took heed to.
If it's the best piece of advice you got and you ain't take heed to it, something wrong.
Well, no, I mean, cause sometimes you don't know that it's the best advice until later, you know.
Okay, so you saying if you got it at some point, but
Yeah.
it didn't hit to
Right.
okay, anything. Cause I've got a lot of advice. I got a lot of unsolicited
Right,
advice. You know
right.
what I'm saying? It's so much shit my daddy told me that I wasn't trying to hear that shit because I'm still figuring out my own shit on my
Exactly.
own. But hit as an adult, like, damn, I wish I could talk to the nigga now because it's like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
The best advice that really just stick with me right now. I'm sure I've gotten better advice, but this girl, like, this was like when I was like 18, 19 though. She was like, stay with your mama as long as you can.
I agree with that.
She was like, if your mama let you
Especially
stay
a
with you,
woman.
if your mama wants you to stay there, stay as long as you can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Baby.
For real.
That was some great advice.
I think because that's not a normal thing, I think that's why a lot of unfortunate situations, a lot of bad relationships, and stuff like that happens because that mentality on both sides isn't there. I hear it all the time. I can't wait till you turn such and such so you can get up out my house. I got
Exactly.
2 more years before I'm done. Because
Yeah.
parents think when you become an
18,
adult,
yeah.
that's the end of they days as a parent.
Right,
And
that's
that
when you
shit
need
is a
them the most.
lifetime. You listen, you sorry as hell if you think because they done got your house, now they got old enough and they grown, they make their own money, that your job is done.
Right.
You some bullshit. And the preacher need to tell you that because that's the only person you seem like you gonna listen to. But me myself, and I ain't never had that pressure, but I couldn't do what I wanted to do at the house. So that's why I love prematurely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I wanted to hunch on something and be able to do my little drink and listen to music how I want to, and you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Right.
So that was my driving force. You know what I mean, to leave early. But as a woman, she need to be under a man's covering.
Yeah.
So she don't need to leave the house until she's going transition to up under another man's covering.
Yep.
Because you know a double-edged sword is a lot of women say about men not protecting women. You know, but it's really not a man's responsibility to protect you unless you're under his cover. Because there's some control that comes with the protection.
Oh my.
Yeah, and protection is in the prevention, not like when something happens or we got an immediate threat. You know what I'm saying? The prevention. You know what I mean?
You just said something that seals it in my spirit
Which part?
about, you know, the men protecting. Because I know for a long time I was in a space where I was like, dang, dude. And I remember I wrote a status and I was like, do black men still protect black women? But when you put it in that perspective, it make a lot more sense.
Yeah, and that's really kind of like that's founded in religion. Well, I'm not religious like that, but the sentiment is in alignment. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Your father is obligated to you.
Right.
Your parents is obligated to you. Just like the Bible say, you leave your parents or your home and you cling to your husband because that's the cover you on it in. Now he's obligated to you. But when
Right.
we do things out of sync, that's why we open to other things and unfortunate things to happen. You know what I mean? And that's what we got to get back to because a random
Yeah.
man, he really crashing out by. Cause that's just like if I walk outside and I see a man whooping on a woman in public, I don't know what she did.
Right.
Yeah, my natural instinct would be to step in, but I could be crashing out
Yeah.
for the wrong reason.
Yeah.
Now I'm locked up and then she back with him. You know what I mean? But I'm saying, you know, when you leave prematurely and you not up on another man's covering, then you can't really expect to be protected from it.
I think that conversation would really help with, you know, young girls, like, you know, growing up, whatever, you know, a parent or whatever, or just a mentor or whatever, should tell young girls that,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? Until, I mean, a lot of times that's hard, especially if they don't have a man in the
Yeah.
household,
Yeah.
because it's like you don't have a man to transition from.
Yep.
You know, so that plays a role too.
And that's why women have to start being more serious about who they entertain and why they entertain them because
Yeah.
just because he like he got some money or he's so sexy to you and all these women want him and you trying to find a temporary thrill or whatever the case may be, you got to look at some things outside of that because you can land yourself in some unfortunate situations. I had this conversation with my mama over the weekend because I was telling her, like, it's so many lessons that I got that my dad didn't actually tell me, but now being an adult, I can understand why he did what he did because it was some
Yeah.
times where my sister was kind of feeling some type of way about him because she felt like I got away with murder and she was overprotected. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? But as an adult, everything came to me. He had to allow me to go out in the world and experience the world to know what to protect my woman from when I got one or
Right.
whoever. My sister needed to be able to allow herself to be protected. from whatever it is in the world.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So now that's why you got women that's done been in the world. Now they feel like they the nigga. And a nigga, like, I'm not finna chase you down, open the door for you, or, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna fight you to be able to protect you.
Yeah.
Because it's women that, you know, they don't know how to get out the way
Right.
and allow. You know, I ain't saying, you know, that it's easy, because your life journey has showed you this. So you ain't had no choice but to, you know, do what you had to do. You know what I'm saying? But that's why it can feel uneasy if a man is trying to, you know, do what he's supposed to do, but that's new to you.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, I understood that it wasn't like he's choosing me over you, or he's making a difference.
Yeah.
But as far as the role that you will play in life, you got to be able to be in a role. So that's what that was, even though he didn't say, listen, this is why I'm doing this and this is why I'm doing that. But now I understand. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Yeah. But is there anything you want to tell to the people before we get up out of here?
Let me see. Do something today that your future self will thank you for.
I agree.
Thanks
Damn
for
right.
coming to my TED Talk.
We appreciate y'all, man, for tapping in with us. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
This is the morning tea out GP.
Damn, we ain't saying that shit about 2 days, man.
With your girl Lika.
And Cousin Pete.